Hey everyone, Corrie Thorne doing the monthly channeled messages for each sign. Please remember this is not to be replaced for a personal reading, and if it doesn't resonate with you, it's not for you. It's not a astrology reading. It is me just channeling through the energy of those born under that sign. Um, and so it's not quite the same as having an astrological reading done, or just a tarot or oracle card reading. I am stepping out into the energy. Uh, I am working right now with Virgo. I had to look down at my list. So this is Virgo for the month of November 2021. I am starting with my goddess cards, and that are still in beta testing. There's several things changing with the cards. And just like you, Virgo, there is a lot of changing that's happening around you. I do have the illusionist in paradox, and I have temptation and serenity. So there's a lot of things happening. I just feel like for you, you want one thing, but you're living another. So it's like this sense of you want to be in a place of serenity and peace, but you're very tempted to stay within a sense of, like, what I'm getting is like a sense of OCD, a sense of trying to put everything in place, which is causing you more stress than ever before, trying to make sure everything is perfected. And I feel like November is not the month to try to perfect anything. I feel like you're going to have to ride the waves. I feel like you're going to have to travel through. You're going to have to be very soft, very kind, very gentle to yourself, and take really good care of you. And I'm like, and that's it. That's all I have to tell you. That's what it feels like to me. It's like you do that and everything else falls into place. I do have for some of my Virgos, like through that shift and changes, I feel like you have some changes that you need to make in your life to become the truth of you, to live your truth, to be your true self. That may be how do I want to put that? Hmm. You're looking at who you once were to define who you want to be, or who you think you should be now. And so there's a little bit of a dreamer that's happening in the Virgo energy, that's just looking back at what once was, who you used to be, what that life would look like, how it would be. And I'm like, it can't be. So if, I feel like for me, because it looks like that the illusionist in my cards and the paradox, when it's in reverse, it's like the attitude. It's like you're holding on to something for dear life, like you're clinging to something. It's like you took a leap of faith, or you tried to take a leap of faith a few years ago, or a while ago, a couple years ago, and you you're still in somewhat of a dream of what once was, though. Like you went over, you went into a new life or into a new experience, but you didn't let go of your past. So that hold on the past is keeping you from your sense of serenity, your peace. So you're always in somewhat of like chaotic chaos within your mind, and you're always trying to organize your thoughts. You're trying to get organized. You're trying to get things in place. You're trying to clear out. But if you don't let go, you can't move forward. And so this sense of, you can organize everything else in your life. You can organize teams, you can organize people, you can organize, but those thoughts that are in your head, those old patterns, those old ways have a hold on you. And they're really coming up in November. This is a sense of like, that sense of like questioning and challenging the norm or the governing laws and rules that have such a hold on you. I'm like, yeah, like that's not really working for your future self. And I just feel like you want to follow the rules, but you can't follow the rules. And the temptation card, which is called Unity, that's her name, because there's more than one of us, right? Like there's so many aspects of us, and when we can bring it all together, we become one. But it's also the master number. So it is the card of mastery. It is the master number, and it's the self of, like, they're all tied to one string. They're all doing their own thing. They're all like going many different directions. And one is like trying to break away. One is at peace. The other one is like looking for something. And then up here, up here is the fourth of us. And that fourth of us, that fourth sense of self is the essence of our Christ-like energy. It is our divine divinity. It's that connection to source. And there we are one with that God within, that God consciousness. And so when we try to be it all without, we fall, and we fall from our grace, and we lose it. And we're very tempted to try to take charge, or to live by our minds instead of living by body, right? Instead of living by truth. And so right here, it's about being able to master so that you can come in to that place of peace, so that you can create that, so that you can, be at the, on the other side of those storms in your mind, by knowing that change, luck, love, happiness, joy happens when we become present. And in the present of the now is where the majority of our healing happens. It is the place where, we're able to grow. And so you have two attitude cards. So there's a lot of attitude around and attitude's not always a bad thing. There's good attitude, right? It's not all bad attitude. It's just sometimes our attitude is we're trying to be too nice, trying to be too kind, trying to be too loyal. So when you're loyal to a fault, to the people or the things of your past, you're not committed to your todays. And when you're not committed to your todays, you're now cheating on your opportunities and your moments that you have right here, right now. And that's what you're being told, Virgos. And if you're cross-watching this and this message is resonating with you, then it's also for you. Please remember that. So you're always, when we're tempted to just like let ourselves get lost in the yesterdays, in that daydreams, in those night dreams, in those daydreams, because our night dreams actually is our ego out of the way, and it provides for us something that is, suppressed, that is repressed, that is coming up. And it may not be something that needs to come back into your life. It may be something you need to let go of in your life. And so the eye of the storm, when we bring it up and turn it this way, is we have that beautiful unicorn, Pegasus energy. And I refer this back to when you see a horse on the ground or a donkey, you see, that creature that is right there, that knows its power, it knows its worth, it knows it's mastering its life, and it knows what it can do and what it's capable of doing. But it's becoming aware when it gains its wings and breaks away and breaks out. It knows it can, but do I have to? So it's getting above and rising above everything that has held you hostage of who you think you need to be, and trying to be that for everyone else, and that you don't have to be that. You have to be in your now, to be in your present moment. And what do I need in my present moment? As I'm looking at my hair, what do I need in this present moment? Who do I need to become? And, how many different roles am I trying to play? And that play on words and thoughts and energies, I feel like it's like if you can turn that into something right, I feel like you can be really truly creating the magic within your world and within your lives. This is your month to ride the waves, to become free of that thoughts, to let it break away, and to start to flow in to that new coming, that new becoming, that new sense of self, that sense of letting yourself be with that higher self here. The truth of you is yet to unfold. And sometimes it means we've got to do the hard stuff. And I feel like somehow, Virgo, some of you are avoiding the hard stuff. You're skipping out, right? You're finding the way around. You are truly about work smart and not hard. And you do it well. But sometimes we got to put in some of the hard stuff and be very honest with ourselves. You can't pretty it all up. Sometimes you got to do the hard stuff. And when you do, it's amazing how beautiful life can become. Much love. Have a beautiful November, and I will see you in December. Much love. Bye-bye.